working with a group of 12 people, all very senior executives in the business world. Sandy Weil, who founded Shearson Lehman, was president of American Express, became chairman of Citicorp. Jamie Dimon, who's currently, Sandy Weil's now retired. Jamie Dimon is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. I was the most junior person. I'll name a couple of others. Bob Williamsett, he was CEO of AIG 4 years ago this week. They imploded. But he was at when Lehman imploded and AIG imploded. We all worried about the Great Depression coming and all that stuff. He was actually only there for 11 months. He was there to help fix the problems. But the problems have been going on for like 20 years there. And also Bob Lipp is another example of a key guy there. He went on to become chairman of Travelers. Anyway, these guys were working on a lot of the future financial services concepts that you see out there today. Right after I did that, 22 years ago, I founded my own consulting company, marketing, strategic planning. We worked for about 23 or 24 Fortune 500 companies, a bunch of international firms, some non-profit firms, organizations like Consumer Reports. We did very well over the 20-year period. We had 2 crashes. The first one was September 11th. We literally went like this year after year. September 11th, everything stopped. A lot of our projects involved on-site, so there were no airplanes flying, and there were budget cuts, and we pretty much went almost under. The second time it happened was 4 years ago this week, pretty much, right after middle of October. So now I'm doing domains full time, but I started buying domains in 1999. The first domain I bought was inheritance.com, and that was actually the aftermarket. So meaning that it was already been registered, and I contacted this individual down in Alabama, purchased it, started developing it. I'm not a developer. I was working with 3 college kids that happened to be kids of friends of mine in the Boston area. And we were developing 3 sites. I was one of them. In 2000, when the bubble burst, I put that on hold, went back full-time on my consulting company, which I have another 10 years. But I went on to purchase about 5,000 names back in '99. At one point, I had about 20-something thousand. I sold about 3,000 of those. Now, for the last few years, I did brokering part-time for some folks. I joined SEO 2 years ago. Before I joined SEO, I was on the advisory board of Name Media, which is one of 2 very large domain companies in the Boston area, SEO being the other one. There's probably 5 or 6 very large companies like GoDaddy. And anyway, there's two of the 5 or 6 happen to be right here. At SEO, I am a senior broker. Most of the names that I work on are minimum 100,000 up to a couple million. And we sell, on average, 1.5 to 1.6 or 7 $1 million each week in domains. A lot of them are $2,000 domains or $500 domains. We're the biggest in that space. We have 36 brokers. 12 of us are right here, about 3 blocks away. Most of the other ones are in Germany, where our parent company is based, and we're a publicly traded company, about $2.5 billion. The brokers handle 24 different languages, so we cover the globe, or maybe 150 or 200 countries in the globe. And I love what I do. It's a lot of fun. No deal is the same. Working with some very wealthy individuals, corporations, pockets of wealth around the globe, Dubai, China, Brazil, Middle East, the U.S. And every deal seems to be different in terms of the objectives,